Well, well, well. Lantern, are you going to copyright this one? In light of things popping off with Sheikh Uthman and myself, Sheikh Uthran and myself, it's been a hot topic of debate. GodLogic chasing down Sheikh Uthman, Sheikh Uthran running from GodLogic, challenging him to a debate, and not showing up, hiding in the mosque. It's all over Twitter, all over TikTok, and it's all over YouTube, Instagram. It's everywhere. It's big, it's huge, it's loud. Muslims coming up talking about it, atheists talking about it. It's all over the place. And conveniently, ladies and gentlemen, the Muslim Lantern thought to finally drop our video that we had almost 3 years ago. The video in which, when I was posting it, when I posted our conversation, he decided to copyright strike me so that I couldn't have it up on my channel. But it wasn't just me that he copyright struck. He struck everybody that had the video downloaded and uploaded our discussion after he deleted it off his channel and didn't show it. He made sure to strike everyone who was posting our discussion on their channels. I wonder why.
So you might be wondering, why am I uploading it today? Why I didn't upload this conversation before? So the first and most important thing is that this guy, when I had a conversation with him, had no clue who he was, and it was barely known on social media. And I did sense, as you will see in the video, this guy is just coming for popularity, fame, to give himself, shout outs. People can actually know who this guy is. So I made sure not to give him what he was looking for, which is not uploading the video, not allowing him to have that video on YouTube. But sadly, since then, almost all major du'at have given him a platform, made him popular, which is very sad. But the case is different today. This guy is known, so it's not the same. The second thing.
Well, it was an interesting interaction. It was a very touchy subject. The subject that we were talking about was child marriage within Islam and whether or not he thinks that there is any immoral action in having relations with a child. And this is what he had to say to that. My question was, do you believe that sexual relations with a child, and we understand what a child is now, at any point is immoral? Now notice he texts the answer, adding his little commentary on the screen, and he says, yes, if it causes physical or psychological harm. That's his answer. It is immoral to have relations with a child if it causes physical or psychological harm. Pay attention to this.
I said to you the age is irrelevant. I said to you what determines it to be moral or immoral, because your question is a moral question. I said to you what determines something to be moral or immoral is there physical or psychological harm on that individual or no? When it comes to children, you're saying that as long as it doesn't hurt the child, then it is okay. Child sex relations is okay as long as it doesn't hurt the child. Is that correct? I didn't use that terminology. I use my terminology. You can take it or leave it. I don't care.
I didn't use that terminology. You used that terminology. You can take what I said or leave it. I don't care. But Muslim Lantern, you just said, and you even made it clear in the little text, yes, it is okay to have relations with little kids as long as it doesn't cause them physical or psychological harm. So why is it that you're contradicting yourself when I repeat your words back to you? You guys see what's happening here? This is why he copyright struck the video when I tried to upload it on my channel when we did our discussion. And all of a sudden now, I guess when I'm hot stuff, back then they didn't want me, now I'm hot, they all on me. Now he wants to go ahead and post the video and is doing pretty good on his channel. I'm proud of you, man. And by the way, it's posted on my Patreon for free. He lied earlier in the video and said that I posted it on my Patreon and that you guys have to pay to watch it. No, anybody can just go on my Patreon. You don't have to be a paid member, and you can go watch the video for yourself. And you'll see why it is he took down the video in the first place. Mind you, when I joined the Muslim Lantern stream, he limited me to 2 very small questions when he usually allows for open dialogue and open discussion for any non-Muslim that comes on his panel. But for me, he had that different energy, and we're seeing why. Once we get into the jurisprudence, what Islamic law has to say on this matter, this is what he says when I actually bring this up.
I've studied jurisprudence more than you, so I know it does say. So I am correcting you. I am correcting you there.
You're correcting me. So, Muslim intern, since you know the jurisprudence more than I do, and you've studied this, then you wouldn't be afraid if I don't know, decided to pull up what they said on the matter, what the 4 schools said regarding relations with kids. You wouldn't mind if I pulled that up, would you?
So you know the jurisprudence
on this particular subject.
On this issue. Okay, so what did Imam Shafi'i say in his book Al-Umm about this?
Wait, hold on. So I can pull up the Encyclopedia of Jurisprudence where they give.
No, there's no such thing as an Encyclopedia of Jurisprudence that Muslims take to be reliable.
Can I share my screen then and show you?
No, I'm not allowed to share. I don't know what you're going to show on your screen.
What? I can't share my screen and show you the evidence of where I'm getting my stuff from? I can't show you the Encyclopedia of Jurisprudence when they cover the issue of marrying a little girl and having relations with a little girl? I can't share it with your audience so that we can all see what they say? Really? I can't show you what your scholars are saying? Huh? Why not, Muslim Lantern? You've studied the jurisprudence more than I have, haven't you? But listen, I understand. Maybe you don't want it. You don't know what I'm going to show. Maybe I'm some weird troll or something. Maybe we can come up with a different option. Yeah.
How about I send you the link and you show it?
What link you gonna send?
Bruh. I'll send it to you. And
no. Before you send it, what is it that you want to show?
Okay, it gives the ruling from the 4 schools of jurisprudence on marrying.
Which website? Which website?
Let me give it to you. It's from Dora.net.
What is it?
Dora.net. .net.
Okay, I have never heard of this website in my life.
Well, I'm sorry, Muslim Lantern, that you're ignorant of the sources that are out there and the websites that document the information and put the books out there for all of us to read. Thank God we live in the age of the internet, but unfortunately it is the downfall of Islam. So guys, we're at the point of the conversation. He will not allow me to show the source and bring it up, which we'll get into later on in this video. And I'm going to show you guys why he did not want me to bring this source up. But he was ignorant of the source. He acted like he knew the jurisprudence and he didn't know. And then he gets into the games. Now he's about to ask me, oh, well, what are the 4 schools of jurisprudence? Now we're getting away from, let me show you what the document says. But let me test your memory now. Can you name me the 4 schools of jurisprudence? And if you can't name them off memory, then that means you've never studied this. You don't know what you're talking about, and yada, yada, yada. Take a look at this really quick.
I don't think you even know. Can you tell me the names of the four schools of Islam?
You have Hanafi.
Without Googling, please. Can you move your hand from the keyboard, please?
I'm literally going off memory.
Tell me what are the names. No, look at me and tell me, please, because you study the jurisprudence. Please don't do this because I respect people who are honest. You can say I do not know.
What I'm looking at right now is
already Googled.
I can't.
Okay. Can you look at me, please?
Can I send you the link?
Can you look at me? No. Okay. Can you tell me what is the names of the jurisprudence? Again, you're looking at the screen. Please, I can see you. Okay. Tell me.
Two that I can off the top of my head are Shafi'i and Hanafi. That's 2 that I can.
There are 4.
I know.
Look at me, please.
I just said that there's 2 that I can name off the top of my head.
You don't even know the names of the 4 schools of thought, which is a basic child jurisprudence will know in Islamic studies. But you claim you know the positions of the 4 jurisprudence schools that you don't know their full names on this matter.
You see the games being played? So let me not allow him to bring up the source and the evidences that he has on him so that we can actually progress in the conversation. Let me play games and let me play the what do you know and what do you remember? Because even after this, he asked me, do you know the actual names of the people who originate the schools of thought? Do you know the like just playing games and deflecting, doing the biggest Muslim shuffle of all time? But he flamed himself because this is his argument, guys. If you can't remember something, that means that you don't know anything about it and you haven't studied it. This is something even kids would know and understand. Well, then you just buried Muhammad, Muslim Lantern, because according to the hadith in Sahih Bukhari 50:38, watch what it says. Narrated Aisha, Allah's apostle heard a man reciting the Quran at night and said, "May Allah bestow his mercy on him, as he has reminded me of such and such verses of such and such surahs, which I was caused to forget." Muhammad forgot verses of the Quran, Muslim Lantern. So according to you, because even kids memorize the Quran, don't they? Can't even kids recite the Quran from memory, word for word, all over the world? Well, Muhammad wasn't able to. He forgot portions of the Quran, which would mean, according to your standard, that Muhammad didn't know anything about the Quran. He didn't really study the Quran. He didn't really, he didn't know what he was talking about with the Quran and with Gabriel. Right, Muslim Mentor? Thank you for bearing, say, bye-bye, Muhammad. Such stupid arguments with stupid games that the Dawah guys have to play in order to save face in front of their audience. Now, let's get into the source that he was so afraid of me sharing, because I offered. I can pull it up, or I can send it to you and you pull it up if you don't trust me. You can look at it first and then pull it up for your audience. He didn't even do that. We never got to the point where we showed the source. So guess what, Habibi? We're going to show it here. So when we open this up here, we got Durar.net, which has the Encyclopedia of Islamic Jurisprudence. Now, he said there's no such thing as this. Yes, there is. Sorry, Muslim Lantern. The Encyclopedia of Islamic Jurisprudence. And their issue is, they're dealing with the ruling on marrying a minor girl. You see that, ladies and gentlemen? The ruling on marrying a minor girl. Now, it isn't just a resounding, no, don't you do it. No, they give reasons why it is permissible. Watch this. The first issue, a father marrying off his young virgin daughter. A father may marry off his young eldest daughter without her permission. This is agreed upon by the 4 schools of Islamic jurisprudence. What? Avery, you were correct? Huh? The Hanafi school, the Maliki school, the Shafi'i school, and the Hanbalis. And consensus was reported on that. So they all agreed, all the 4 schools of jurisprudence, the ones who's giving law and giving decree, they agreed that it is permissible to marry off a minor girl without even her permission, as long as the father says so. Now, what's the evidences that they give, you might ask? Where are they getting this from? Oh, I'm glad you asked that question. The evidence, first, from the book. What book? The Quran. It quotes Al-Talaq, verse 4, chapter 65, verse 4 of the Quran. And those of your women who have despaired of menstruation, if you have any doubt, then their waiting period is 3 months. And those who have not menstruated. So the elder women, when you're divorcing them, the elder women have a 3-month waiting period to make sure she's not pregnant. If you fear that she might not be having her menstruation anymore. And the same waiting period goes for the girls who have not menstruated yet. They've never menstruated, they're too young, and they also have a waiting period when you divorce them. Divorcing little girls who haven't even hit puberty yet, y'all. 4 schools of thought. This is their evidence. Now, what's the point of this? It is that God Almighty has ruled that divorce of a young girl who has not yet menstruated is valid. And divorce only occurs within a valid marriage. Therefore, the verse implies the permissibility of a young girl, and there is no authority with whom marrying a young girl, her marriage is valid except if her father marries her off. As long as the father says it's cool, then it don't matter. Now, that's their first evidence, the Quran. That's their first evidence. What's their second line of evidence? The hadith. Muhammad's character is their second line of evidence. Watch this. From the Sunnah, may God be pleased with him. So the prophet, may God be pleased with him, married her. So this is what Aisha says on the authority of Aisha, that Muhammad married her when she was 6 years old. And she was brought to him when she was 9, and she stayed with him for 9 years. What happened here? Muhammad consummated the marriage with Aisha when she was a 9-year-old little girl. That's their second line of evidence. What's the point of this evidence? This is explicit in permitting a father to marry off his young daughter without her permission because she has no right to give permission. Do y'all hear that? She has no right to give permission. 4 schools of thought, your jurisprudence, in consensus that it is okay to marry off and sleep with, consummate the marriage with little girls, girls who have not yet hit puberty, which you said, according to you, you said it's okay as long as it don't hurt her, as long as it doesn't cause physical or psychological harm. It's all good. It don't matter what age she is. She could be 4, 5, 3. If it don't hurt her, if she could take it, you can break it. You see how disgusting this religion is? You see why he didn't want me to read his sources and his scholars? Well, it gets better, guys. Watch this, ladies and gentlemen. This is from Islam Q&A, and they're quoting the scholars. They're quoting the sources and the jurisprudence. Watch this. The fact that it is permissible to marry a young girl does not mean that it is permissible to have intercourse with her. Rather, that should not be done until she is able for it. I wonder what that means. For that reason, the Prophet delayed the consummation of his marriage to Aisha. Al-Nawawi said, with regard to the wedding party of a young married girl at the time of consummating the marriage, if the husband and the guardian of the girl agree upon something that will not cause harm to the young girl, then that may be done. If they disagree, then Ahmed and Abu Ubaid say that once a girl reaches the age of 9, then the marriage may be consummated even without her consent. But that does not apply in the case of who is younger. Malik, Al-Shafi'i, and Abu Hanifa said the marriage may be consummated when the girl is able for intercourse. I wonder how they're figuring out that. How are they finding out if the girl is able to handle it or not? Look at this religion, which varies from one girl to another, so no age limit can be set. This is the correct view. Oh, man. Sorry, Muslim Lantern. Tough. There is nothing in the hadith of Aisha to set an age limit or to forbid that in the case of a girl who is able for it before the age of 9. Get what they're saying? There's nothing that forbids consummating a marriage with a girl before the age of 9. She could be 8, 7, 6, as long as she is able to handle sexual intercourse. If she's able to handle it, then you can go ahead and sleep with her. This is Islam. And this is why that coward, that clown, Muslim Lantern, did not want me to show the sources of his scholars on the jurisprudence and the ruling on this issue, or to allow it in the case of a girl who is not able for it and has reached the age of 9. Al-Dawudi said Aisha was reached physical maturity. Yeah, right. Al-Nawawi said, it should be noted that Al-Shafi'i and his companions said it is preferable for the fathers and grandfathers not to marry off a virgin until she reaches the age of puberty, and they ask her permission. See, all of this is preferable, that's not the ruling, but this is what is suggested, lest she end up in a marriage that she dislikes. What they said does not go against the hadith of Aisha, because what they meant is that they should not marry her off before she reaches puberty if there is no obvious interest to be served that they fear will be missed out on if they delay it, as in the hadith of Aisha. In that case, it is preferable to go ahead with the marriage because the father is enjoined to take care of his child's interests and not to let a good opportunity slip away. And Allah knows best. Trust me, Muslim Lantern, I understand. I understand the hesitation to let somebody like me on your channel and have a full-on open discussion, and we share thoughts and we share views and we share sources, because you are in danger of being embarrassed, being humiliated, and having your religion exposed. So I get it. I've dealt with someone very similar within the past few days, actually. You remind me of him. And because you remind me of him, you are on my radar now, just like he was. So this is what I offer for you. Since you decided to post the video right after all this heat that has been going on, I would openly invite you to come to my stream, or we can go on a neutral platform like Modern Day Debates or The Gospel Truth, and let's actually have an open discussion, or we can debate this formally on child marriage within Islam, or on the morality of Islam. Is Islam a moral religion? Let's actually have a discussion where you can't talk over me and corrupt my mic when you talk over me when I'm talking, and we can actually share our sources, and you can't hide the information from your audience. We up now. So let's go ahead and do it. Let's do it. You and me, one-on-one. Let's have a discussion, an open discussion. What do you say?